Erin Andrews, she is a true American hero.
What amount of damages have been into your award? The
Bullshit.
55 million, correct?
This isn't just a big verdict.
Wonder how many hookers would love to be able to get that kind of money.
Erin Andrews wiped back tears after the verdict. It came after 7 days of testimony and 7 hours of deliberation. But how much of that $55 million will Andrews actually receive?
It is a
She
fucking
gets a $55 million
slip and
verdict.
fall.
More than half of that is attributed to the guy who did this, who's got no money. So you've got over $26 million left that's attributed to the hotel. Take away the possibility it gets reduced, attorney's fees, taxes, and Erin Andrews is taking home a fraction of that total verdict.
By one estimate, it's as little as 6 of the $55 million.
No one ever told me when I checked it.
The verdict is vindication for Erin, who testified that Michael Barrett's peephole video
You can't
humiliated
loosen
her.
a peephole
After
from
verdict
the
was read,
fucking outside.
sportscaster reportedly signed autographs
It's a goddamn
to jurors.
slip and
So
fall.
why
That's
is there
all
a
the
celebrity
fuck
factor
this
in all
shit
this?
is.
ABC News chief legal anchor Dan Abrams says it was more about being a victim than famous.
Everyone knew
Bullshit.
that the jurors were going to sympathize with Erin Andrews. Even the defense.
Here's the takeaway. It's not about the money, but the message to the hotel, which allowed Erin's stalker to get a room next to hers.
The big question was always how much damages will the hotel have to pay? This verdict is much higher than most medical malpractice, car accidents, wrongful death.
We have learned Erin will return to co-host Dancing with the Stars on March the 21st. She did not attend a new cast announcement today, but the show's dance pros expressed their support.
I think it's amazing. Congratulations. We're rooting for her, and we can't wait to see her back in the dance studio.
This was a fucking pussy. This was a goddamn fucking pussy setup. That's all the fuck it was.
Damage probably couldn't even be matched by that.
That's all the fuck it
Well,
was.
Tom Bergeron actually missed today's dancing announcement because of the death of his beloved mother, Kay, this weekend, and his father...
Man, all this is just a fucking slip and fall bullshit motherfucking thing. I'll tell you what. Those defense attorneys for the Marriott, they were fucking sorry. They couldn't even spring for something other than a raggedy old fucking thing of papers. Scribble on with fucking the cheapest markers that you could find, probably from the dollar store or something like that. They didn't even bring in any doors. They didn't even have the jury go down the hallways and see how many of them were loose or anything like that. I'm going to tell you something. And then when you look at the video, you can see where she's fucking looking in right at the fucking peephole. And then on top of that, how the fuck is it if he took the peephole out, she didn't know it was fucking going on? I believe all this is the same thing, like a classical thing. Somebody's mopping up in a store. They go, look here, I'm gonna drop some water on the floor there, and I'm gonna take and I'm gonna be doing some stocking the shelves, and I'm just gonna throw some stuff down, and I'm gonna leave. Then you're gonna slip and fall, and then we'll take and split the money up. The same thing I've heard about is called floppers. They'll if there's a highway accident, they have been known to. What I've read is they'll break out their teeth. They'll cut themselves up. They'll hit themselves to make it look like they was part of that accident. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a fucking gypsy. I understand gypsies are famous for doing this kind of shit. Fuck. Man, I tell you, stalking? Shit. I had a motherfucker for 10 years stalk me, man. I tried to avoid him every way that I could. You go to Facebook, Jimbikeman 2. Not Facebook, but you can go to FLICKR, Flickr. It's a photo sharing website that is owned by Yahoo, from what I understand. Type in the name Jimbikeman. Jimbikeman 2 comes up. You can see photos of where the guy's, this low-life motherfucker, is preparing to pull a knife out on me. Close-up of it. You can see where he's standing like an OK Corral position, like he's getting ready to charge me. You can see where the cops were making sure to get all the fucking witnesses they could. One of them was, let's see, Troy Sheremick, a hypocrite motherfucker that went overseas, supposedly a patriot bullshit motherfucker, and Coretta Tooney, who fucking forgets about Title IX has allowed her to get in that fucking position in the first place. And I find it awfully funny. One time, I read in the newspapers about where somebody fucking cut her motherfucking ass. But she sure didn't fucking... She wasn't concerned about... And I am not against anybody. I am not against anybody doing violence to somebody. So let's get that straight right now. But I find it awfully funny that she didn't fucking do anything about this guy who pulled a fucking knife out on me, Danny Kashmir Pipus. Matter of fact, the motherfucker had previous arrests of pulling knives on people. But the cops, what they did is they lied and called it improper display of a weapon. Like somebody was at a fucking Thanksgiving turkey and they forgot and they cut the fucking turkey with the handle instead of the fucking blade. Yeah. I've been stalked. Matter of fact, recently, okay, that was 2007 when this motherfucker pulled a knife out on me. And this sorry fuck that thought that, oh, well, because he's been avoiding me for 10 years, well, he must be a wimp and a pussy. I showed that motherfucker. Let me tell you something. At my age, I'm 65 years old. I can take and put my fucking toes on a fucking desk and my fist on the fucking floor and knock out an easy 15 push-ups. Today, March 8th, 2016, I did 20 of them motherfuckers. Yeah. Talk about stalking. Erin Andrews, I've never seen such incompetent fucking liars in my whole life. They didn't even fucking cross-examine the FBI agent. They didn't have no fucking doors in there showing if the jury could open it. They didn't have Barrett there with the hacksaw there to prove if he can open the door in the time that he claimed that he did, which I think was a fucking lie. I think that fucking bitch, she loosened it on the fucking inside. There ain't no way. That would be the stupidest thing in the world to make a peephole where you can fucking loosen it up from the outside. That's a goddamn lie. And I believe what it was is slip and fall. So what happens is, the so-called defense attorney of the motel, they go, look here. We ain't going to put up a real fight or anything like that because we're going to get paid anyway. We already got paid. The motel probably already paid us $10 million just to fight this case. We already got fucking paid. What the fuck do we care? See, my experience with lawyers, I call them lying motherfuckers. They are experts in complicating the shit out of something. Dragging it out. Have nothing to motherfucking say. Their motherfucking craft and trade is trickery and complicate the shit out of everything. But you can best bet if there's ever a situation of where there's an emergency, fuck, throw out all them fucking caveats and all this other kind of fucking shit. Just get to them immediately. So I myself, I've been stalked for 10 fucking years. Just recently, 2016, February 9th, 2016, I was at Wilson Avenue and 23rd Street in Panama City, Florida. Fucking idiot clown cop told me, Ride my bicycle. Get up on the sidewalk or I'm going to arrest you and throw you in jail. I said, are you high or on drugs? What the fuck's going on? Where you going? I said, that's none of your business. So what'd I do? Now, see, it's one thing if you can go to the cops. I can't even go to the fucking cops. The only thing I can depend on is my maker protecting me. Right now, I've got so many people who hate my motherfucking guts, you would not believe it. I know for a fact the only reason why I'm alive is my maker ain't done with me yet. Yeah. I, for a good 5 years, had done a campaign non-stop every day trying to get the cops to do something about these American enemy boom car punk motherfucking boom car motherfuckers. Hundreds of them would go up and down the road. I would say a rough conservative estimate would be at least 500 boom cars would go up and down the road. And I'm talking about they would shake the whole fucking house. But you see, the cops know that they're partners in crime with the boom cars. God only knows the number of people across the United States now are in even the prison system, the fine system, the court system, the probation system. Because they don't know that they were actually pawns and they were suckers where the cops entrapped them in the state of Florida. That's 777, 201 of the Florida statutes. Those boom cars are actually, they're American enemies. So, I recently got a wild hair up my ass and I decided I know what I'm going to do. Every time I call these cops and dispatchers from now on, I'm going to politely ask them, hey, can I get your phone number? I tell them exactly why I want the phone number. I want your fucking phone number so that every time I hear these motherfuckers, I can call you up and wake you up all the hours. Fuck it. I don't know if and then another thing that a strategy I struck on was trying to plead for the lives of our ambulance and fire department people. And what's fucking amazing is, for 20 years these goddamn boom cars have been everywhere. It's a miracle that we ain't had hundreds of crashes. Maybe we have. Maybe it's covered up. Maybe it's buried. Crashes of ambulance and fire department people. So anyway, this jimbikeman here, I thank my maker that my maker gave me a mouth. And I use that mouth that when I see wrongs far worse than my wrongs and my inequities, that I open my mouth. So anyway, this jimbikeman here, signing off.